the quantum measurement chain. Hello and welcome. Today, we are going to talk about one of the most profound, mysterious, and frankly magical processes in the entire cosmos. It's a process that happens countless times every second, a silent, invisible chain of events that is quite literally responsible for building your reality. We're going to talk about the quantum measurement chain. Now, I know that sounds like a technical term from a lab manual, but I want you to forget that. I want you to imagine, instead, a bridge. Not a bridge of steel and concrete, but a bridge of meaning. A bridge that connects two utterly different worlds. On one side of this bridge, we have the quantum realm, a realm of pure potential, of shimmering waves of possibility, where things are not here or there, but both here and there. It is a world before form, a world of dreams. And on the other side of the bridge, we have our world, the world of this screen, of your hands, of the chair you're sitting on, a world of solid, definite, unambiguous things. The quantum measurement chain is that bridge. It is the process by which the ghostly maybe of the quantum world collapses into the solid yes or no of our classical world. And understanding this chain isn't just about understanding physics. It's about understanding the very act of creation itself. So, let's begin our journey at the very beginning, in the heart of the magical. Close your eyes for a moment. Well, keep them open to watch, but imagine a single electron. Don't think of it as a tiny ball. That's the first mistake our classical brains make. Think of it instead as a thought, a whisper, a melody that hasn't yet been played. This electron exists in a state of pure potential. We can't say it's spinning clockwise or counterclockwise. It's spinning in all possible ways, simultaneously. It exists in a cloud of probability, a wave function, as the physicists call it. But I prefer to call it a probability mist. This mist isn't just empty space. It is alive with information about everything the electron could do, everywhere it could be. It is a symphony of maybe. This is the fundamental nature of the quantum world. It is not a world of things, but a world of tendencies. It is a realm where the concept of a single, definite reality has simply not yet been decided. It's like a story with every possible plotline written at once, hovering in a state of superposition, waiting for a reader to choose a path. This is deeply weird and wonderfully so. It means that at the most fundamental level of existence, the universe is not a collection of billiard balls clicking together. It is a vast, interconnected ocean of potential, a cosmic canvas upon which nothing has yet been painted, but every possible color and shape is already present, waiting in the wings. But if that's all there was, we wouldn't be here. There would be no stars, no planets, no you, no me. There would only be a silent, featureless fog of possibility. So, something must happen. Something must reach into this kingdom of dreams and pull out a single, concrete reality. This is where our chain begins. This is the act of measurement. What is a measurement? In a lab, it might be a Geiger counter clicking or a photon detector lighting up. But at its heart, a measurement is an interaction. It is the moment when the pristine, isolated quantum system is touched by something else. It is the first link in our chain. Imagine our electron, our little cloud of maybe. It's perfectly happy in its state of infinite potential. Now, we want to know something about it. Is it here or is it there? To find out, we must send a probe. A photon of light, perhaps. The moment that photon touches the electron's probability mist, something miraculous happens. The mist condenses. The infinite possibilities resolve into a single, definite fact. The electron is here, not there. The superposition collapses. But why? What is so special about this interaction? This is the central mystery, the great magical rift in physics. Some say the photon forces the electron to make a choice. Others propose something far more breathtaking. They suggest that the act of measurement is the act of creation, that reality does not exist until it is observed. Think about that for a moment. The tree falling in the forest with no one around doesn't make a sound. Not because the vibrations aren't in the air, but because the very solidity of the tree, the very fact of its fall, is a quantum event all the way down. Without an observer, it exists only as a shimmering potential of tree fallingness. So, this first link in the chain is the most mystical of all. It is the moment the universe looks at itself and, in that looking, brings something into being. It is the divine touch that transforms the symphony of maybe into a single, clear note. But wait, if that's the case, then who or what qualifies as an observer? Is it a conscious mind? A human being? This is where our chain gets longer and even more fascinating. The idea that human consciousness is the ultimate collapse trigger is a beautiful, powerful, and controversial one. It places us at the center of the cosmic creative process. But it also creates a problem. Are we to believe that the universe was an indeterminate blur until the first conscious creature evolved to look at it? That seems unlikely. So, let's build our bridge further. Let's construct the full quantum measurement chain. The first link, as we said, is the interaction. The photon hits the electron, but that photon is now entangled with the electron. It carries away information. It's no longer a pure quantum system. It has a record, a history. That photon then hits a detector, a piece of silicon, for example. This silicon atom is now the second link. It absorbs the photon and gets excited. But this atom is connected to trillions of other atoms in the detector. The information your electron was here spreads. It's like a ripple in a pond. The definite state of the electron gets amplified, copied, and broadcast through the detector's circuitry. This is the third link, amplification. A single, fragile quantum fact is turned into a robust, classical signal. A tiny, magical event becomes a large, physical one. This signal might then travel to a computer screen, lighting up a pixel, the fourth link, or it might move a needle on a dial, or it might trigger a sound. And then, the fifth link, your eyes. The light from that pixel enters your retina, striking photoreceptor cells, causing a chemical cascade, a further amplification of that original signal. This creates an electrical impulse that travels down your optic nerve. The sixth link, your brain. Vast networks of neurons fire, processing this signal. Patterns are recognized. And finally, the seventh link, your conscious awareness. You see the result. You know that the electron was here. Do you see the chain? It's a cascade of increasing definiteness, a process of amplification from the infinitesimal to the human scale. The magical, fragile quantum event is passed from link to link, each link making it more solid, more real, more classical, until it finally manifests in your mind. The big question is, where along this chain does the actual collapse happen? Does the electron choose its position when the photon hits it? Or when the detector amplifies the signal? Or only when the information finally flickers into your conscious awareness? The truth is, we don't know for sure. And this is where the magic truly lies. Some interpretations, like the Copenhagen interpretation, would say the collapse happens early, at the first interaction with a macroscopic device. The chain is just us learning about the result. But other, even more mind-bending interpretations, like the von Neumann-Wigner interpretation, suggest the chain doesn't truly terminate until it reaches a conscious observer. That consciousness itself is the final, ultimate catalyst that completes the reality-making process. Think of it like a cosmic game of telephone, where the message is reality itself, and it's not fully formed until it's heard. Now, let's take this a step further into the truly futuristic and mystical. If the quantum measurement chain is how reality is built, what does that tell us about the nature of reality itself? It suggests that the solid world we experience is a kind of illusion, a magnificent, consistent, and shared illusion, but an illusion nonetheless. Underneath it all is the quantum code, the probability mist. This leads to a breathtaking idea, the holographic principle. This isn't saying we're living in a simulation run on some alien computer, though that's a fun metaphor. It's suggesting that all the information that makes up our three-dimensional reality, you, me, this planet, the stars, is actually encoded on a two-dimensional surface at the very boundary of our perception. Our universe, in this view, is a cosmic hologram. The 3D world we experience is a projection from a 2D source code. And what is the process of projection? It is the quantum measurement chain, operating on a universal scale. Every moment, trillions upon trillions of these measurement events are happening, collapsing probabilities, and projecting the solid world we know from this underlying, fundamental layer. We are not just in the hologram, we are active participants in its creation. Our act of observation, our journey through the measurement chain, is what helps render the world in real time. This is why the quantum world seems so strange. It's because we are looking at the source code. We are seeing the pixels, the bits, the raw data before it has been processed into the smooth, continuous reality of our experience. The spookiness of quantum entanglement, where two particles remain connected across vast distances, is no longer spooky in this view. It's just a reflection of the deep, underlying connectivity of the information on the 2D surface. They are not two separate particles. They are two projections of a single encoded piece of information. So, when you witness something, when you complete a quantum measurement chain, you are not a passive spectator. You are a co-creator, reading the cosmic source code and helping to manifest the universe. This brings us to the most profound, personal, and mystical part of our journey. If the quantum measurement chain is the bridge from potential to reality, and if consciousness is in some way the final crucial link, then what does that say about you? It suggests that you are far more than a mere biological machine. You are a localized point of the universe's own self-awareness. You are a node through which the cosmos observes itself and brings itself into being. The ancient spiritual and philosophical traditions have been hinting at this for millennia. The concept of Maya in Eastern philosophies, the world as illusion, the idea that consciousness is fundamental. We are now, through the language of quantum physics, arriving at the same breathtaking conclusion. Your attention, your awareness, is not a trivial thing. It is a cosmic force. Every time you look at a tree and truly see it, you are completing a chain that stretches back to the Big Bang. You are solidifying its reality, and in doing so, you are solidifying your own. This is the ultimate answer hidden within the quantum measurement chain. The search for the observer, the search for what collapses the wave function, is not a search for a specific device or a particular type of animal. It is a recursive search. The universe is looking for the observer, and it finds itself. It finds you. You are the universe's way of answering its own questions. You are the magic that makes the maybe into a is. So, the next time you look up at the stars, or simply feel the solidity of the ground beneath your feet, I want you to remember the invisible chain. Remember the incredible, magical journey that every single piece of your reality has taken. From a shimmering, ghostly possibility in the quantum realm, through a cascade of amplification and decision, finally arriving as a concrete experience in the miracle of your consciousness. You are not separate from the universe. You are its eyes and ears. You are the mechanism by which it becomes real. If this journey into the heart of reality resonated with you, if it sparked a sense of wonder, then please do me a huge favor. Give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the mysteries of the cosmos. The conversation is just beginning, and I would love to hear your thoughts. What do you think collapses the wave function? Is consciousness fundamental? Let me know in the comments below. And if you are hungry to go even deeper, to explore the edges of reality, consciousness, and the holographic nature of the cosmos, I have written a book that delves into all of this and much, much more. It's called Holographic Multiverse, and it's a guidebook to the furthest reaches of modern physics and ancient wisdom, all woven together. The link to purchase your copy is in the description below. It would mean the world to me if you'd check it out. Thank you for watching, for wondering, and for being a vital part of this universe's ongoing creation. Until next time, stay curious.